Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I believe what I have here is a Jouef, I think I'm pronouncing that right, which is French for toy. HO, I believe it's HO engine sort of thing. I think it's HO, it's not quite 00. But in this video I'm just going to be trying to get it running. I do have it on 00, but I think it should be alright if all the wheels make contact and stuff. I'm going to be trying to get it running. And it came out of that job lot, which you would have seen, what would have been 3-4 videos ago now. I've lost track. But it should hopefully be running in this video. Overall condition, very tired, I'd say. I think that's the best way to describe it. I don't know if you can see, but all up in there is a lot of dirt. In fact, if I move the camera and lay it down on its side, that's a bit of a quality photo. All the windows are really dusty. It does have an interesting mechanism now. I'm not quite sure what this mechanism could be called. It does have those interesting French couplings, which a few of the other wagons did have from the job lot stuff. So it would have ran with them at some point in its life. I now have the shunter and the little 040 running, which is great. So hopefully this can be running this video too. Yeah, you can see the dust is just filled up in there. But like I've done in the last two videos, at first I'm just going to put it on the track and see what happens. So I've got it down on the track. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better in this light as well. What I'm hoping is I'm just going to put some power down and hopefully it will have some life in it. I'm not 100% sure. I think these haven't ran, well, easily 30 years, so I'm not expecting anything, but good results from the last two, so here we go. Let's put some power down. That's not good. Oh, wait. It was completely dead, but I don't know if that's just me spinning it or not. No, right, so there's not a lot of life here, which, well, isn't exactly what I wanted, but I think that's just me that's making the motor move. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, we're going to go with dead. So we're just going to try and get it running. I'm going to take the body off. I'm not sure how to do that yet, but I'll figure it out. Take the body off, put some power to some places, see if it's either completely dead or just needing a bit of a service and a clean. I've got the body off, and that's definitely a mechanism I've never seen before. Don't really know where to start when testing power, but everything's free and everything turns freely, so I guess that's a good start. I'm just going to start throwing power to places and seeing if it frees off or spins or does anything. So first, all I'm going to do is grab a toothbrush and just clean everything out from in there, because it is filthy. Thankfully it cleans off straight away almost. It's literally just layers of dust, cleaning off quite well. You can see already that bogey is looking much better. I know it's not perfect yet, but we'll get it there. Just do the real one as well. There's nothing on this toothbrush. Literally it's just for getting rid of the worst of the dust. Now that it's a little bit cleaner, I know I'm really asking for something silly here. Let's just put it on the track and see if it does anything. Nope, still completely dead. Although, when I push it back, the motor does fight me. Oh. Okay, it's not completely dead. Power is getting up there. Yeah, look, it's... Okay, there's some life there, so I can work with that. I'm going to carry on just cleaning it, looking at it in general, and seeing if we can get any more life out of it. I know this isn't perfect, but what I've done is I've set up a temporary bench, and I've got some wires, and I'm just going to cross them to what looks... I don't... Ooh. Well, there's life. The motor's not completely dead. I'm just going to turn the power down a little bit, because that was quite fast. Right, okay, so it's spinning that side. How do you get it to spin the other side? Because there's no point in it. Is it? Ah, it's not engaging. I see. Can that lift up slightly? Let's just have a quick look. I think that can be pushed up, because what's happening is the wheels on that side also aren't spinning. I'm hoping you can see this all right. Just going to try that again. They're not spinning, but it looks like a simple sort of fix. There's a nut on top, which I could probably undo and slide that up a little bit more, because it does engage if I spin it by hand most of the time. If I lift it up a little bit. So I'm thinking that just needs to be adjusted. But now that it's had a bit of a burst, I'm just going to pop it on the track and see if it does anything again. Ooh. There was some life there. Ooh, it does move. I don't think it's mastered reverse yet, but it does a little bit of the forwards. This motor is completely different to anything normal that I've worked on before. It's completely, well, foreign, I was going to say. Well, it is, but I can see some pickups and stuff around. I'm just going to clean everything I can and service it and see if that's any better. I'm going to try and adjust that cog there as well so it engages. But there is life. We're going the right way. So I've put it on the track and it can't get this far around already. Sorry it's a little bit darker over here. It's actually running, which I haven't done anything to. All I've done is cross wires, and it's just completed alright. I think it was just the motor might have been asleep, as they call it, or something like that, but it is running. I'm going to give this like a normal service, and it's spinning both sides, not that you can see very well. But I'm going to give this a bit of a service, and hopefully it will run 10 times better. All I'm going to do now is just oil everything. I have no idea where I'm really supposed to clean. This is like the main hub of the electronics here. That's all I can see really, so I'm just going to oil everything and see if it performs any better. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to look into where specific electrics are and just give them a clean and stuff like that. I'm amazed it ran really, because at first I wasn't having much hope for it, but it just had that little buzz of life in it, and it does now work. So I'm just going to basically service it like it's always been running and see if it runs any better. So this is just me applying some oil. I'm going to put some on this drive gear here and some on this drive gear here. This one doesn't make as great contact with that gear there, but it does make contact when it's running, so that's all I can ask for at the time being. I can always adjust it later. So that's some oil there. I'm going to put some oil on the motor shafts as well, just so that everything has the best chance of running and everything's free. Gonna just tip this upside down. Will it sit on the motor? Probably not. I'll have to hold it. And I'm just gonna oil all these gears in here. I know it probably looks like I'm putting lots of oil on, but I'm not really. It's hardly anything. Put some oil on the axles as well. Drop down in there, in there, in there, in there, and just some there. Now onto this bogie over here. I'm going to put some oil here. I just feel if everything's oiled, everything will rotate freely, and if it's all rotating freely, it will give me a better chance of seeing if there's a problem or anything like that really. I think that's all got oil in now. So I'm going to put it back on the track and see if it performs any better than it did before. So I've got it down on the track. It's all been oiled. I'm just going to put some power down and see if it does anything. Well, it did move without being assisted. Let's try backwards, because I know it didn't want to run backwards before. It does want to. Let's just try forwards. seems more reluctant now than it did earlier. So I think there's a contact issue somewhere. Although, when I push down on the motor, it seems to operate much better. I think there's a bit of a connection issue somewhere, so I'm going to have a look into that and see if it makes any difference. I've done a little bit more fettling with it and just basically cleaned everything up. There's some small contacts that I could see. I've just given them a bit of a clean, and it does run better now. I've just let it run for a minute, but it's not great at pulling away, so there is power down now. But it does run much better than it used to. And when you cut the power, it does come nicely to a stop. So I am going to put the body back on and see if it runs any better. I think the body just slides straight on like that. So I'm going to put the body on. I'm going to see if it's like catching on anything or making any difference. So yeah, it doesn't. I didn't even touch it that time. Right. So it is running. It was a running engine, very loud. I've just had it running a little bit longer just to get it warmed up and everything and just see if it improves. It does get better once it's warm. I know it should be good performance straight from pulling away, but I don't mind that. I can live with it just having to warm up. I'm going to clean the body and stuff like that, but it has now acknowledged that it does reverse and didn't even need any persuasion there. It does need to come back forward first, maybe that was a run-off, but it does roll as well to a very smooth stop, which is nice. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to hook it up to some of the wagons with it. So I've had it running for a decent amount of time now, and the performance has just massively improved. I can't ask for better now. I think it's definitely the best runner out of the job lot, and I think this engine in particular has definitely made it worth the £10 I paid for it. And I think overall, now that I've cleaned the body, I will run it quite often because it's a good performer, and I've just really enjoyed working on it. So if you want to see any more of this type of video, let me know in the comments, and I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next one. Bye for now.